Mired in stalemate with a legislature bent on banning versus regulation, Governor Greg Abbott issued an executive order making it illegal to sell THC products to Texans under the age of 21.
For one, listen, THC at any level is a danger to our kids. For another, as all legislators work through this process, there's one thing everybody agreed with, and that is we should ban it for kids. We tried to get that ban passed, and because it didn't pass, I wanted to use this opportunity to make sure that I empowered the State Department of Health Services to do what is already within their regulatory power, to make sure this is going to be banned for our kids. That alone will make our communities a whole lot safer.
Hey, many in the THC industry welcome the age limit as evidence the $10 billion over-the-counter industry can operate safely under state regulation. But panel Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick responded saying the executive order is deeply flawed and sends a message that marijuana is on the path to full legalization for adults over 21. Paul, you've been following this by necessity because we talk about it a lot here.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were a little dazed and confused that this happened after the session. You know, the governor's getting a win out of this. He's able to weed out hopefully some bad actors. And I think that a lot of the people who are looking for prohibition, their hopes are going to go up in smoke. I just don't think that there's a lot there. But I think on the good side, I think a lot of people are saying this is common sense, right? And so whether it's legal or not, it'll be something that'll get, you know, in and out. I'm going to leave that to the attorneys. But I think most people just want to say, like, at a minimum, let's keep it out of kids' hands. And so now it's in the regulatory agencies area. And then whether it's legal or not, it's a separate issue. Hopefully kids will just be kept away from it.
Bill, you, with forecast that talks are underway with the industry. What do you make of this move? Is it middle ground until a deal can be cut?
I think Abbott was trying to sort of lay down a marker here. You know, Chris and I were talking about this. Both of us have some doubts about whether he has the legal authority to do this. I did a little bit of research on it. Exactly how it would be enforced, what the consequences of selling to somebody under 21 are not clear. Clearly, he did not make it illegal from the standpoint of making it a crime. He clearly does not have the authority to do that. So this is some kind of a regulatory move to affect the license of these people doing business or something like that. I'm not sure how effective that's going to be. I think it'll probably be challenged by somebody. But I think at least he laid down a marker that this is where the line needs to be drawn. I'm sort of curious about Patrick's reaction to this. I mean, he seems to be continuing to isolate himself on this island over there of complete prohibition, which is not even popular within Republican primary voters. And so I'm not really sure what's going on with him.
Yeah, but there's a school of thought out there that Patrick feels responsible for letting the genie out of the bottle here and in changing the hemp law to where it was exploited by this industry. Chris, you have said that you know, prohibitions never work, and this one won't work either.
It won't, and we're not going to be able to go back. We just can't. It's too late. And so Dan Patrick ought to be looking at ways to regulate this industry, like the governor said. I in a rare time, I agree with the governor. And so what the governor did here is issue this order that gives the TABC the ability to regulate people under 21. And if someone's caught selling to someone under 21, they can lose their license, and it'd be an administrative process.
Okay, the obvious here. If it's so obvious that everybody agrees that 21 should be the age limit, why haven't we had it for the last 3 years? Anyway, we can talk about that in overtime. Up next, sweet relief. Houston set to get a heaping helping of the billions set aside to preserve and conserve our state's water supply.